Good morning students and welcome back in our video lecture with the same topic, changes around us. In my previous video lecture we have discussed about many types of changes and also we have discussed about various examples of different types of changes. I think we have discussed about 14 types of changes and also the examples in our surrounding. So today we are going to study how to make changes take place. So let us start how to make changes take place. So students, some ways by which we can bring about changes are heating, cooling, applying pressure and mixing. By doing these activities, we can make changes take place. So first we will study about heating and cooling. So normally what happens students, when we heat any object, any substance like metal, then what will happen? As we heat that substance or that things, then that temperature of that object, temperature of that substance start to increase. It just temperature increases. As temperature increases, its size increases, which we call expansion. Student, first just understood what is mean by expansion. What is mean by expansion? When we heat something or when we heat any object or anything, then its temperature increases. As its temperature increases, size of that object start to increase, means size also increases. That increase in shape, that increase in size is called expansion. When we cool that or after cooling, what will happen? That substance, its temperature suddenly decreases and then what will happen? Its size again decreases. So decrease in size is related to contraction and increase in size is related to expansion. Normally due to heating, expansion takes place and due to cooling, contraction takes place. You can see here, things expand on heating and things contract on cooling. Students, I will again repeat. What happens with anything when we just heat that object or anything, then what will happen? Its temperature increases and its size also increases, which we call expansion, means things expand on heating. On cooling, what will happen? Temperature decreases and size decreases. That is called contraction. So things expands on heating and things contract on cooling. So we will just study how this expansion on heating and contraction on cooling help us in daily life. Then we can just explain it by taking examples. Two examples are there: fixing of iron ring on a bullock cart wheel, and second example is inserting of iron blade. So we just I'm going to explain you one by one. First example is fixing of iron ring on a bullock cart wheel. So normally student, wheel of bullock cart is made up of wood. You all know that wheel of bullock cart is made up of only wood, but that iron rim is just fitted outside that wheel to make that wheel last longer. So what they can do, so ironsmith do just these wheels are made up of wood. Then this iron rim, just originally this rim is smaller than this wheel. Listen carefully students, what happens? This is a wooden wheel and the iron rim which just we take is smaller in size than this actual wheel. Then when ironsmith just heat that rim, then what will happen? As iron is metal, its temperature increases and it start to expand. On expansion, what will happen? The size of that rim or that ring increases and then this ring easily fit into this wooden wheel and just water is poured on that and then temperature decreases and this rim get fitted into this wooden wheel. Got it student? What happens? This normally wheels of bullock carts are wooden, but to make them long laster, these iron rims are just fitted around this wheel. So originally the iron rim is smaller in size than the actual wheel. Then as just the rim is heated, its temperature increases and it just expands, its size increases and then this rim is just fitted into this wooden wheel and water is poured onto that wheel. So what will happen? that temperature decreases and that size of rim means it contracts. As it contracts, it's fitted into this wooden wheel. This is one application of expansion and contraction. Second application is, you can see here plug, spade. These are the tools which we use for digging soil. So this plug is made up of two parts, wooden handle and this iron blade. You can see here in the diagram. This wooden handle and iron blade, when we just join these two parts, then this plug is formed. So this wooden handle, in between this iron blade, there is a hole or we can see ring is there, and it is made up of metal. So normally the size of this hole is, or this diameter is smaller than this wooden handle. Then on heating, what will happen? This diameter increases, this just ring expands and it just fitted into this wooden handle. And after pouring water, temperature decreases and this handle tightly fitted into this ring or into this hole, and this plug is made. Got it, student? What is the application of this expansion and contraction in our daily life? Making that fixing of iron ring on a bullock cart wheel and inserting of iron blade. These are the two applications, these are the two uses of this expansion and contraction in our daily life. Then second thing, on heating, what will happen? Certain things can change their state. We have already discussed about states of matter, solid, liquid and gases. These are the states of matter. So certain things like ice, you can see here, on heating, this sign is for heat. We have discussed about this also in my previous video lecture. So on heating, what will happen? Ice means solid state get converted into liquid, means water. On heating, water get converted into water vapor, means solid get converted into liquid, liquid get converted into gaseous state. But what will happen if we just cool that water vapor? On cooling, water vapor get converted into water and water get converted into ice, means we can convert, we can change states of matter by just giving heat to them or by cooling them. On cooling, we can change the states of matter. Also on cooling, we can change the state of matter. What will happen? On heating, solid get converted into liquid, liquid get converted into gaseous state. On cooling, what will happen? On cooling, gaseous state get converted into liquid and liquid get converted into solid. Here is the example. On heating, ice get converted into water, water get converted into water vapor. On cooling, vapor get converted into water and water get converted into ice again. So we can change the states of anything or certain things by giving heat or by cooling them. The next thing is, things begin to burn on heating. Certain substances like candle, kerosene, paper, coal, wood also. On heating, what will happen? On heating, that substances, that thing starts to burn. Means when we just burn, when we give heat to paper, then what will happen? That paper starts to burn, and after burning, what will happen? That paper is converted into ash. And this is which type of change, students? Is it reversible or irreversible? Yes, it is irreversible change. Why irreversible change? Because from ash we cannot prepare original paper, or from that ash, or from charcoal. Burning, when we just burn that wood, after burning of wood, that wood get converted into charcoal, the coal. That coal, we cannot convert that coal again into wood. So these are irreversible changes. Students, today we have discussed about how to make changes take place. So some ways by which we can bring about changes are heating, cooling, applying pressure and mixing. In my next video lecture, we are going to study about changes by applying pressure and mixing. Today we have discussed about heating and cooling. So things expand on heating and things contract on cooling. Two examples are fixing of iron ring on a bullock cart wheel and inserting of iron blade. Then we can change state of substances by giving heat or by cooling it. The solid get converted into liquid and liquid get converted into gaseous state on heating, and on cooling, gases are converted into liquid and liquid is converted into solid state. Then things begins to burn on heating. Some certain substances like candle, paper, coal, kerosene, when we just give heat to them, they starts burning, and this is totally irreversible, means completely irreversible change, because we cannot obtain original substance by any process. I hope you got all points related to how to make changes take place, and what happens on heating and cooling with the substances. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.